Now we can just transfer the food and everything into the room service robot. It's actually driven room service revenues massively. It's way up there, and you're keeping your team on the floor to the ones that actually want to have that personal interaction. Hello there, my name's Anna Wadcock. I'm the General Manager of the Maldron Hotel here in Newcastle. So how I came across the W3 ButlerBot, I was at a General Manager conference and we were talking about innovation and how can we kind of drive our brand forward, how can we drive our properties forward. The ButlerBots were kind of discussed. And then it just so happened Spark EPOS got in touch. So I thought, yeah, absolutely. Let's give this a try. Let's see how this could work for the property. And literally since then, once you've got a W3, you never want to say a go. You know, it handles, I would probably say about anywhere between 90 to 95% of the room service orders here in the hotel. We always find that everybody wants to come down for 7:30. You get into your bedroom as well, you want to order room service. What time do you want that for? Exactly the same, 7:30. That's your peak time. So if you've got somebody that you're having to take away from the floor to go run a room service up, what you're then doing is you're taking that person off the main floor. Whereas now we can just transfer the food and everything into the room service robot. It's way up there, and you're keeping your team on the floor, delivering fantastic customer service to the ones that actually want to have that personal interaction. It's actually driven room service revenues massively. It literally from 2022, when it didn't have the ButlerBot, to just closing the year-end accounts for 2024, it's been 100% uplift in room service revenues in comparison. And just by purely the accumulation of the additional revenues that we've seen, it literally covered the cost of the robot very quickly. We don't kind of wash clothes by hand anymore. We all have washing machines. The use of robotics in this kind of format is exactly just that next step of evolution of both service and efficiency as well. It took a little bit of kind of convincing of the team to get used to it because, it's something new, something strange. But once they started embracing the technology, they realised how handy it is to have it there. But it's a very, very simple unit to actually operate. It's very user-friendly. Also, the team at Spark are always on hand if there's any challenges or anything like that. It hasn't taken away anybody's jobs or anything like that. It just allows the people that are working to focus on other areas of kind of service and standards, and it just takes away a process that doesn't need a human being to do it. A lot of people like the robot room service as well for a couple of different reasons. It could be you've just had a crazy day at work and you just can't speak to anybody anymore and you just want to just have that kind of quiet time. It also rings you ahead of being outside of the room so that you've got that notice, and it's not just all of a sudden a quick knock on the door to tell you that the person's outside with your food. We've also seen kind of fantastic interactions with guests. So anything from delivering a basketball up to a bedroom where the head coach of Newcastle Eagles was staying, to the tour groups that we have in over the summer, an old age bracket who you would potentially think that kind of not want to see kind of that level of automation in the business, but they're absolutely awestruck with it. They're just like, oh my God, that's a robot taking the food. And, and young kids, I have to stay here in the hotel every month or two, just so my son can have robot room service. People want experiences. We always want to try and make their stay that little bit better, that little bit more memorable, whereas the robot can just be sent off to do multiple drops. Again, it's a very efficient way to create a little memorable experience for the guests. Posted across multiple social media platforms, and W3's even been on the news a couple of times as well in the northeast, so it's starting to get a little bit famous now. On a regular basis, when you hear, oh yeah, we're going to stay at the Maldron because it's got a room service robot, just great for people to want to come and stay here for that unique service. Yes, I am a large 4-star city centre hotel. It does have a large volume of guests, so how can we create little personal interactions to a larger volume of people? whereas the robot can just be sent off to do multiple drops. Again, it's a very efficient way to create a little memorable experience for the guests. So if we know that somebody's coming to stay, it might be a birthday, an anniversary, or anything like that, then we'll literally send up a little gift in the robot. It might just be a little, a little dessert platter, with happy birthday, happy anniversary, etc. And you literally hear the squeals of delight, like wows, oh, this is amazing, oh, how fantastic is that? So yes, it has been novel and fantastic to be the first in the UK, but that doesn't mean I want to keep it as like a dark secret and nobody else to have. I'm a huge advocate for the use of the ButlerBot. It's been an absolute godsend and no-brainer for us. I'm always happy to have a chat with anybody that's thinking about it. More than happy if anybody wants to pop in, come and have a look, or just want to drop us a call and we'll have a chat about the benefits as well.